everybody, this here is Range Boss. Range Boss is a good son of a gun now. He's 11 years old. He is absolutely beautiful golden palomino. It's almost a chocolate. And a good son of a gun. Got a silver mane and tail. This is a fancy horse, guys. I'm talking a fancy horse. This horse will one-hand neck rein. You can kind of open a gate on him. They're right outside by himself. A good little horse here, guys. I shouldn't say little, he's 15-2. And he is a saddle horse. Absolutely between your hands when you ride him. I know where this horse needs to go. I feel like this horse right here needs to be in Ocala on the trails out there in the national park. I feel like somebody would really enjoy this horse. This horse come off a pretty big ranch. The old boy that had him had some back trouble, and everybody on this ranch rode quarter horses, right? Well, the foreman, the range boss, had back problems, so he had a Missouri Foxtrotter. Look at the top of Tyler's hat right there, guys. He is a smooth ride. Anyhow, that's where he came from. This horse has been used. He's had cattle checked on this horse. They've slung a rope off this horse. They've checked fences with this horse. He's been there, he's done that. Look at that pretty highlighted tail. These women pay thousands of dollars a year to get their hair to look just like that horse's tail. But absolutely go where you point his head. Goes without a fuss. Tacks up good and gentle. Good eyed, no bumps, no blemishes. Seems to be 110% sound in every single way. I feel like somebody in Ocala at the National Forest that trail ride and things like that down in Florida would love this horse. But anybody anywhere in the world would love this horse. I don't care if you live in New York, you live in Washington State or Oregon, or if you live in Arizona or Florida. Anywhere in the United States, this horse would get along just fine. All the reason I said Florida is they like pretty horses that ride good. And he is a pretty horse that rides excellent. He is Missouri Foxtrotter. He is 11 years old. He is 3,500. He's a cheap ride. He's a pretty dude. And we're going to turn him out and get him fat. And I don't care if he sells or not. Because when he's fat, he's worth $6,500 to $8,500, if not $12,000. I'm talking about, you know, getting a big old pretty hip on him and things like that. You know, this horse has been used. This horse has had a job. This horse, they'll ride out 40 to 60 miles a day, and then they have to ride back 40 to 60 miles that day. That's riding out 40 and back 40, that's 80 miles. If you ride out 60 and come back 60, that's 120 miles. You know what I mean? This horse is not fat because he has been used. His name is Range Boss. And he was a Range Boss's horse. And he is a fancy guy. And I love everything about him. I would not change a hair on his head. I would not change nothing about his mind. I would not change nothing about his temperament. He hauls good. He got in a trailer good. I mean, guys, there's a difference. When horses are standing out in a pasture and they're real pretty out there and things like that, that's great. But if they ain't had some good wet saddle pads and a job, they're not an enjoyment to ride. This horse is an enjoyment to be around. He's just a pleasure to be around. He's fun. I personally rode this horse and had a ball doing it. Price on him would be $3,500 bucks.